Intel Arc Alchemist GPU dies measure flagship DG2 512 as big as Nvidia's GA104 and DG2 128, almost half of GA106. The die sizes of Intel's Arc Alchemist GPUs for gaming PCs and workstations have been unveiled thanks to yesterday's leaks. The die sizes were measured and posted in detail by Locuza on Twitter. The pictures posted by Moore's Law is dead in his latest leak regarding the Intel Arc Alchemist GPU lineup gave a clear view of DG2 512 socket 1 and DG2 128 socket 2 dies. It looks like these dies give a real idea of the actual die size compared to the renders posted before. Despite that, Locuza was real close to the actual figures even with his previous numbers. Nvidia packs in Tensor cores and much bigger RT by MP32 cores in its chips, while AMD RDNA 2 chips pack a single Ray accelerator unit per CUDA and Infinity Cache. Intel will also have dedicated hardware on board its Alchemist GPUs for ray tracing and AI-assisted supersampling technique. The same is the case with the DG2 128 die, which measures around 147.7 to 154.9 mm², or slightly smaller than the render, which gave out a die size of 156.4 mm². This is also much smaller than the 200 mm² TU117 die that the chip will be competing against. The GA107 die size isn't known yet, but it is likely to be around 160 to 180 mm². As for the configurations for each Intel Arc Alchemist GPUs, they are mentioned the full detail. The top Alchemist 512 EU32XE cores variant is said to feature at least 3 configurations. The full die figures 4096 cores, 256-bit bus interface, and up to 16GB GDDR6 memory featuring a 16GB per second clock through 18GB per second cannot be ruled out as per the rumor. Following on all the Arc 512 EU variants that we can expect based on the DG2 socket 1. The HPZ Alchemist 512 EU chip is suggested to feature clock of around 2.2 to 2.5 GHz, though we don't know if these are the average clocks or the maximum boost clocks. Let's assume that it's the maximum clock speed, and in that case the card would deliver up to 18.5 teraflops AP32 compute, which is 40% more than RX 6700 XT but 9% lower than the Nvidia RTX 3070. In terms of performance positioning, the top 512 EU variant is said to compete against RTX 3070 or RTX 3070 Ti. The 384 EU variant is said to compete against RTX 3060 or 3060 Ti on desktops. On laptop side, the 512 EU might be just as fast as the RTX 3080, 384 EU variant around RTX 3070 level, and the 256 EU will end up against the RTX 3060. Also, it is stated that Intel's initial TDP target was 225 to 250 watt, but that's been upped to around 275 watt. Now we can expect a 300 watt variant with dual 8-pin connectors too, if Intel wants to push its clocks even further. In either case, we can expect the final model to rock on an 8 plus 6-pin connector configuration. The reference model is also going to look very much like the drone marketing shot Intel put out during the Arc branding reveal. As for the launch, the socket 1 variants are planned for launch in mid-February, and while AIBs are waiting on final dies to test with their custom PCB designs. Desktop variants may be launching first, followed by laptop and then workstation in late 2022. So let's talk about Intel Xe HPZ 128 EU GPUs powered Arc by Alchemist gaming graphics lineup. We have the Intel Xe HPZ Alchemist 128 EU, which has a 8 Xe cores parts. There are 2 configs that feature the full-fat scoop with 1024 cores, 96-bit and a 64-bit variant with 6GB and a 4GB memory capacity respectively. The cut-down variant will come with 96 EUs or 768 cores and a 4GB GDDR6 memory featured across a 64-bit bus interface. The chip will also feature a clock speed of around 2.2 to 2.5 GHz and have a sub 75 watt power consumption, which means we will be looking at connector-less graphics card for the entry-level segment. And you see, following at the Arc 128 EU variants that we can expect based on the DG2 socket 2. Performance is expected to land between the GeForce RTX GTX 1650 and GTX 1650 Super, but with ray tracing capabilities. One big advantage that Intel could have over AMD and Intel is that with they might enter the sub $250 market, which has been completely abandoned in the current generation of cards. The GeForce RTX 3050 series only got a laptop release so far, with RTX 3060 serving the entry-level Ampere segment at $329, while the RX 6600 is expected to be AMD's entry-level solution for around $300. This GPU will be very similar to the DG1 GPU-based discrete SDV board. However, Alchemist will have a more improved architecture design and definitely more performance uplift over the first gen Xe GPU architecture. This lineup is definitely going to be aimed at entry-level desktop discrete market based on the specifications. Based on the timeline, the Xe HPZ Alchemist lineup will compete against NVIDIA's Ampere and AMD RDNA 2 GPUs, since both companies aren't expected to launch their next-gen parts by the very end of 2022. NVIDIA and AMD are expected to release refreshes in early 2022, so that might have give Intel's new lineup some competition, but based on current performance expectations, the refresh may not bring drastic performance differences to the lineup. The Xe HPZ ARC GPUs will also be coming to the mobility platform too, and will be featured in Alder Lake P notebooks by 2023. Intel will have a proper high-end graphics card lineup going up against NVIDIA's Ada Lovelace and AMD's RDNA 3 chips in the form of ARC Battlements. So that's it from now. If you like this video, please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications update. Thanks for watching.